right, well, right back into the action. We're going to be seeing Team Falcon versus sAw into the playoffs of the ESL Challenger League Season 40 EU Division. Sam, take us through this.
Well, sAw looking to get really aggressive, not in lobby, but in fact going for outside control, and it's Kios who seems to have this kind of on lock.
Oh, it's going to be him being able to get one kill. We can't quite find the second one, but these shots are going to be very useful finding this extra information. But he's going to be peeking around the corner. No, he doesn't look. He doesn't expect it. He's going to lose his head. Lose the potential as well. Musha's going to be spawning out a player, but unfortunately for him, this player is going to go nope and go up the ladder. Lots of information there for them. The Team Falcon won that knife round. They decided us out on the CT side. This is a massive advantage and boon for them once again, looking to just try and shut this down. They weren't expecting to come to a third map at all. They're very much surprised at this perspective. Oh, good round though. Kirsten's going to be able to pick up one, but Sadaro for the nice trade. Python coming up from behind. Going to be able to pick off one, and now it's going to be a 2 versus 3 situation advantage. On Team Falcon, I'd have to say on this one, grenade. Not going to land.
The interesting thing about Nuke is that this is usually sAw's first pick, but very often Falcon first pick into this as well, so both of them were happy to just float it to the end. And that makes it pretty coin flippy.
Run away, Maka. You can't win that one. Or maybe you can. The P250 is going to be on lower bullets. He's going to have another teammate. He's going to be able to turn around. Roman! What was that? Fantastic double kill. And now it's going to be a 1v1 as Hachi's going to be able to take down Stadado. This is not what I expected at all. That bomb is going to be trapped outside. We have 13 seconds. All you can do is run, and unfortunately, it's going to be into the jaws of the enemy. But the P250 could win this, but no! Hachi clutches it out, picks up a 2K for himself, and what a round. So back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, Rome's flicks were just nuts. I can't believe that he gets both of those kills. There it is. Oh, beautifully done. It's the only highlight from that round, and to be fair, with good reason. It was really nutty. But of course, Falcon are going to win out that first round, to be expected. They are starting on the CT side, and they're going to come into this with a little bit extra firepower that sAw, unfortunately, don't have available to them.
Oh, it's a Zeus. Shocking results coming in from sAw as they're going to be able to get a kill on Falcon. Don't you me. That was brilliant. But anyway, we're going to be seeing sAw get a kill on Saturday, but unfortunately the trade is going to be coming out instantaneously. Haji's going to definitely be feeling a little bit tingly after that round.
All right, dude, it was lame the first time, and you just overkill.
You got to kick the dead horse a couple of times, right?
Stop, he's already dead.
Well, so is Python. That's going to be a nice kill. Two kills is decent. They definitely want more than that. Mutuals with this P250. This is actually one of the oldest P250 skins, if I remember correctly. I don't really see it getting used too often, but it's actually quite nice. Fairly simple. Falcon going to be able to get a kill, play this cohesion, and that's going to be them getting shut out.
There you go. Falcon getting themselves that second round again, more or less to be expected. Not going to be able to bonus up terribly much. Of course, 3 of their players did survive at the very least, so... Oh man, that spray. I mean, given that it was literally pixels to get those shots through, nice. And the 2 players that did die means that they're going to be able to buy into some rifles here. The M4 is available for Kyojin and Python, the 2 heroes of this team. So many rounds in a row, but sAw buying into AKs here, looking to take some control, maybe force Falcons back a little bit, because again, sAw not going for that usual shenanigan they used to do. They're playing this a lot more methodically than what we've seen before.
Very true. Outside, there's one flash. It's on Just. So, in regards to utility, they're rather poor. Well, very poor. And if you look at the bank, it's $100, 150, 50, 150, 0. Yeah, their next round is going to be brutal. They have full round loss bonus, so an extra 3.4 thousand. And yeah, after if they lose this round, that is going into the following round. So I'm intrigued if they're going to be able to pull anything off with this AKs, but they're going to have to do it with like pretty much raw ability. One flash is going to be so hard. And you know what? Starting off very well, but Maka with the MP9 is going to be able to do a fantastic trade. Extra $600 in the bank for him. Right around the corner, there's a couple of T's, and they're looking for trouble. Kios has the advantage on this position, but he's going to go for early taps. He's going to be run out of bullets, but still gets the kill. Loses most of his life, but Not as much as Arky, who's going to be getting fragged down. Nice trade-off coming out on that front. Maka picks up the AK for his troubles. 2 players left, but they've made their way down over towards the B site. At least one has. He's going to be able to plant 4 double doors. 2 players going to be pushing him, though. He has full HP and a dream. He's going to be going and playing aggressive for this, but unfortunately his position should be spotted. He doesn't look! Python takes him down. Sadaro is going to have to go in for a fast and aggressive play. Here's the footsteps below him, and he realizes, I think, there's just no way he's going to be able to make this down in this battle and keep his weapon. So he's just going to let them defuse. He's going to have to let this one go, which does suck, but at the same time, being able to get the bomb down is going to be adding just that extra bit of economy to them.
And of course he gets to hang on to the AK, which is quite nice. I found it fun seeing that Keo was pushing that same angle in outside and Mutras was holding that same angle, waiting to see if Keo peeks out like he did in the round before. And Keo not going to make that same mistake twice, so he gets that nice little pick off there on the outside and gives a nice little advantage over once again to Falcon. Now, sAw, they held on to one of the AKs, and they're going to be forcing again into this round, as you mentioned. They got quite a big bonus there from losing consecutive rounds, and they're going to open this up nicely by taking Mac out.
Yeah, the extra utilities just really allow them to do something a little bit different on this front. Go over towards Secret. They've previously done actually very well on the T side, obviously in the last game, but they're going up against a team who just they know this map. They also know how sAw play. So they're able to read them and try to counter their kind of push. And this extra utility really helped them out, but now they're very low on it. They've only got a flat, never mind. They've got 1 molly after that. Python, he's in a good position to try and get a denial, some early information. He's going for a kill, but he misses the shot. He dies. Haji, he's going to be on site. They're going to be pushing him, going for the spray, but he misses completely. Does a lot of damage, but no kill is found. Kirja and his teammate, Kios, they're going to be pushing down, but they're going to be the last 2 players left standing in a 2 versus 5 situation, and they're completely enclosed pretty much in this situation. Mutras is going to look to go in for denial on this one. They're going to be pushed up against him, Kios. Oh, I love to see it. Gets the frag, and they're going to be able to escape, pick up an AWP for their trouble, going through to the next round. You know what? Losing the 4th round, they get 3 rounds on the board. That's a really good start. I
will say that Kios's snaps was something that Tea Time and Yumi actually commented on quite a bit during their groups games as well. You know, he does so well to snap, whether it's micro snaps or just like these crazy long snaps. He's able to flick so beautifully onto a player, and that's exactly how this round starts out here. But unfortunately, there's not much follow-up after that. Okay, he's gonna get another kill there with a no scope. You love to see it. But that's gonna be sAw with a beautiful round. I love how they play it. That send one player down sneaky, and it's Mutras. Of course it's Mutras. He goes down there and he's drawing so much attention from Falcon, because Falcon not expecting a 1-player fake. So the rest of sAw managed to push in through ramp, and of course they get that first pick off in the round as well. It completely opens up the site. Rotations from Falcon a little bit slow to react, and sAw just take full advantage of it.
Super exciting to see what's going on for you people who are joining us. The new fresh raiders from the main channel. Hope you enjoyed your matches, but for now we're in the 3rd match of 3. Falcon versus sAw in the playoffs of the ESL Challenger League Season 40 EU Division. These guys are in the upper bracket, trying to fight their way through. But 2 for now. We've just had an overtime game on Dust 2 going into Nuke. Both these teams are very good on this map. sAw struggling at the start of this, but they managed to win that last round. Lost a few players, but it's going to be Maka taking that kill. Roman is going to be falling. A little bit of a difficult buy round here for Falcon, as you were saying.
It's already taken so much damage as well. Lost one of their players, 2 players relatively low. Maka, the AWP, has to play even more safe than he would have had to normally. sAw, knowing they have the numbers advantage, the HP advantage, the weaponry advantage, every advantage you can think of. They don't have to rush this. Okay, time is somewhat against them. They do have to get it down, but they still got over a minute. There's still time to make this happen. They're going to take this slow and steady. They've improved their mid-round rotations drastically from the group stages. They're just going to keep doing that.
See what they're going to be able to do. There's only 50 seconds left on the clock to halftime on this round. They're going to be pushing over towards ramp. Arky almost caught off guard, but this man has a crazy flick. So we saw it on Dust 2. The flick on short was absolutely insane. They're going to be able to make their way down in towards B. You're not going to face any contention on this front. Team Falcon gave it up completely. Now Kirjan is looking to make a comeback on this. They're going to go in for the retake situation. Very little utility on the side of sAw. The first kill is going to be Mutrus taking down Maka. This is not looking so good. Kirjan's now going to be red. His position is known. Mutrus is going to be peeking in towards Vent. He's going to go in for the spray, but he's going to get taken down. The AK is going to get picked up. They're going to run away. They've got the AWP as well, but there's another weapon that they want to try and pick up. So one drops down in towards Vents, recovers the rifle, goes up, and that's a decent recovery for the side of Team Falcon. They didn't go into this with every single player having rifles. They're going to go into the next round with limited resources.
sAw play that really well. I like that they slow down their pacing a little bit. I like that they have worked on those small misplays that they've had in the past in their mid-round rotations. And I like to see that they are making their T-side competitive. That's a big one for me. I mean, the biggest theme over the last two maps has been, for both of these teams, T-side bad, T-side good. And it's nice to see sAw really keeping this competitive, really keeping themselves in this, keep clawing back into it, and making things as expensive as possible for Falcon. I mean, Falcon, even in that previous round, they didn't have a huge advantage in terms of weaponry, and it remains that way. Two farmhouses, okay, they still got the AWP at the very least, but sAw have been kind of rocking this.
And we're going to be seeing a push down through Vents, a fantastic utility usage over towards the A site, but it's going to be Maka taking down Justin. Now the trade-off has to come through. Stato drops up. Now he's going to be able to pick up the AWP for his trouble, but Python chucks over grenade. Doesn't really do too much with it. Argy, he's already down here, waiting in for the rotation, but they go the complete wrong direction. He's like, oh, come on. Come on over to me. But no, Kirjan, he's coming in through this one. Python's going to get taken down. Argy's going to answer this. Mutrus is going to be able to get a... ragged out here, as Haji is going to be able to drop him. I don't know, and the rest of his teammates like, okay, A site seems like the option here. Kios is going to be able to take down Arky. It's going to be a 2 versus 3 situation. Kios down to here. Haji's going to be the player, but unfortunately, he's going to get taken down 2 versus 2. Molotov is going to be a fantastic denial, forcing them to go in for a longer rotation, allowing these T's to get in a better position. Roman's going to drop down on towards site. Now going to be peek out. He drops and sees one of the players over towards a main. Now they're just going to be playing passive, but Sadar is going to be playing aggressive instead. Takes down Kios. Asian is going to be the last one left alive. He's going to go in for this headshot. He doesn't hit it, but gets the body shot instead. 1v1. Roman in towards Hut. Looking to hold on to this, clutching it out. This is an important round for them to win, but unfortunately the back is shown. Roman takes it. Third round on the board.
I'm super happy. sAw none of that trigger-happy, jump-the-gun playstyle that we've seen previously. None of the uncertainty and uncoordination that we see on the previous two maps. This is almost like a completely different sAw. Every round has purpose, every strat has purpose, every placement has purpose. They're landing their utility, and that was a big thing we criticized them for in the groups as well, where a lot of that utility just wasn't hitting its mark, and it was making a huge difference. This is a far more polished sAw. You can see with this being their favorite map, they've put on that extra time, and to be fair, Team Falcon do very well to make that last round incredibly competitive, but it's not enough to slow sAw down. They still come out on top of it. They've still got some serious cash in the bank here to keep buying into it. Team Falcon, a little bit broken on the eco. Might see them slightly upgrade some of those weapons. Maybe give it a little bit of firepower to back up this next round. But sAw, despite losing the first 3 rounds, have clawed their way back into it pretty handedly and not showing signs of slowing down.
Obviously, for those of you who are joining us a little bit late on this, the Dust 2 match was just a bloodbath. It was a really enjoyable match. But the match before that, where we actually saw pick Overpass as their map pick, they lost it, and it was a brutal loss as well. Falcon were just completely on point. I'm interested to see how far this goes. I couldn't really say which direction it's going, aside from an overtime is likely, if anything. With just the way that we're seeing them right now, it's very much back and forth.
We do know how detrimental those super scrappy rounds can be. Now, it hasn't been 1-for-1, so it hasn't been as painful as it could be. But, you know, if Falcon stop the streak here for sAw, they can start building themselves back up, and sAw start to look a little bit broken. If we keep going in the back and forth, then these next few rounds are going to be very strange. And okay, Kios.
He's going to be in a good position, but I think
Surely
he was,
they
yeah, he was. That P250 is so dangerous though in that kind of position. You can get those headshots so easily, but it's not going to happen. Haji's going to pull long distance. Oh, Mutrus is going to be down to 1 HP. Maka making use of his sharp aim there. Going to be able to pick up a kill. That might be, nah, I mean, that rifle's going to be super hard to recover in any form. Hopefully thrown out of the map. Just like Python's body. Last 2 players left alive on the side of Falcon. If they get a couple more kills, that'd be fairly good, but the economy is starting to build on the side of sAw. You can have a look at Arky. He's not got too much to write home about. Maka's got 6 HP. Gonna be able to do too much there. sAw looking to push up towards heaven. There is a player sitting up there. It's going to be Kojin. He might be able to do something with this, but he's going to be the last player left standing. He's got a deagle in hand. He is now being spotted. He's going in for the shot. I know where he is. He hit one, but unfortunately it was a leg hit. Roman goes down to 26 HP, but that's it.
You know what? I respect the attempt from Kios. I think that could have worked out. Maybe not on a pistol round, but you know what? I respect it. It was a good hustle. Unfortunately, doesn't pan out. And sAw get themselves another really convincing round once again. And now they are stacked. They are kitted out. And they have the run of this map. But one of the things I kind of praised Falcon for in my write-up was how they've been so good at controlling the map. And sAw just doesn't allow them to do that.
No, and this is just a fantastic first half from sAw so far, but we're very much still in there. We're on the 8th round at the moment. We've still got a bunch of rounds to go, so it could really go either way in regards to who has advantage. But Falcon, they need to pick up the next 4 rounds, or at least get 4 rounds on the board. Mutrus is going to cross over. Roman's going to get taken down. Kios looking to pick up from where he left off in the last game. The catch guard, play off guard. No, Mutrus catches him off guard. Instead, Haji over the wards. He's going to push around through Squeaky. For this information play, he might just be able to catch someone off guard in towards ready room. And it's going to be just catches one off guard, but he's going to get traded off. Haji takes down Arky. This is a fantastic turnaround for Falcon. They're looking to clutch in on this round. Outside, we've got Python looking for the information. He catches Thunder off guard, but no! He misses his shot. Only 9 HP left, but still the kill's going to be coming through. Mutual's going to be right on side. Somehow it's turning around the other way. The bomb is dropped, but Kirijan, he's going to be peeking too aggressive, but it doesn't matter. He gets the kill. The drop down in towards vents is going to happen, and now the switch around going through secret could happen. Mutrus, what does he do here? He has to just drop down right and just go pick up the bomb. He just has to play with confidence and do it fast.
Does he have the time for it, though? I mean, there's time on the clock, but you got to keep watching those angles. You don't have a teammate to help you out, to watch your back. He's going to start pushing towards the bomb here. Oh, there it is. Kyojin, beautifully played there. You know, so before the round kicked off, I was making a point about how I'd been really impressed with Falcon's CT side. And one of the big things that had impressed me was how they would take map control early on. And then as soon as they see where the T's are moving in towards, they immediately start spreading out their control. They start kind of circling in because they know no one is going to be behind them because they have all of those angles covered. And it's something that we hadn't really seen from them on this CT side. And now Kojin actually plays that really well. He repositions himself. He knows that his position where he was known. So he completely backs out and goes around, and unfortunately, no one's really expecting him to be coming up secret. So he plays that very, very well. Finally going to get another board, or another round on the board here, even things out 4-4. But I did mention what happens when these rounds start to get scrappy, and look at Falcons buy. This is... To call it less than ideal would be an understatement. sAw very much seem to be in the driving seat here.
How long, though? That's going to be the real question. I think it's going to be down to these next couple of rounds. We're on the 9th round now. 4-4. Falcon. Look at they're trying to gain a lead. It's going to be super difficult when you're missing shots like that. Maka can't afford to do that. The flash is going to be coming through, but it doesn't affect him. The smoke does. He doesn't take the shot through. He's instead going to be playing aggressive. He may well live to regret this, or well, not live. But he doesn't. He catches a player off guard. sAw just doesn't expect that aggressive style of play from this AWPer. Fair enough. That was a fairly daunting move from the player. He goes in for that push. Kios in towards secret. Takes down Mutrus. They lead themselves fantastically into this round. And talking of which, it's going to be the XM on Haji there, who's going to be trying to create some bank. Again, that frag. Now, going to be left with Arky and just 2 AKs in hand, but rolled against them with the shotgun, even through the smoke, gets one. Maka gets the second, and that is going to be a huge amount of money in the bank. Just look at the bank on them, actually with 5.1k left.
sAw and anti-ecos, it is heartbreaking because realistically they should have won that round. But Spray and Pray Dream is very strong here for Falcon, and like you said, they've now got some serious cash in the bank. They're not over investing either. You know, they've given themselves enough utility here. They've given themselves, I mean, they know that it's going to be a pistol from sAw, so they don't have to go too crazy with their buys. They have just enough, but sAw, the Eco Warriors, I'll be curious to see if they can bring it back.
Had she dropped in the grenade, closed the door to deflect some of the damage, but, you know, still broke the door. I'm not quite sure what we're going to be seeing from sAw. Do a lot of work here to be able to make anything work. Actually dropped down quite low. He doesn't really want to lose his money, so he's going to be backing off here. Python with the spray down through the smoke over towards ramp, gets a kill. Block and Deagle left. You know what? Okay, I was going to say, we have seen a lot from Arky in the past. It's not going to happen though. Roman, it's not really been shining today.
I wonder if he can keep that shine up. He has got a Deagle. Definitely make something okay. I wasn't expecting RG to be up on that boosted spot, and to be fair, when there's so many angles you need to check, yeah, that happens. Despite a very good resurgence from sAw around round 4, Team Falcon managing to bring it back in their favor. And I suppose it is somewhat to be expected given that they are on the CT side. But sAw realistically need to string together a few more rounds. I mean, I say that, but like, Overpass was, what, 13-2? And we almost went to overtime. And then, you know, we head on to Dust 2, and that was like 12-3, and we went into overtime, so...
Haji's going to get pushed there. He does manage to get one, but the trade-off is in hand. Just taking advantage for their side, but at what cost? He's tagged down to 35 HP. It's not what you want on his side. Those M4 is going to be ever more deadly for him. The 6-4 in the lineup, and like you said, sAw doing fantastically well. We're about to be able to get 4 rounds on the board, especially versus this lineup, and Falcon playing fairly well. Mutrus playing aggressive. He's down over towards the B side, trying to cause a little bit of distraction, an over-rotation, but perhaps as the rest of his team is still in radio room. No real dedication here, but now we're going to be seeing the push coming through. Kieran's going to be able to get one. He's going to fall. It's going to be Roman and Mutrus with the kills. They're going to be dropping down over towards B. They've changed their mind. It's going to be a B take instead. 2 versus 3. Python. Shot's going to be coming through, but no, absolutely denied. Now over towards this site, it's going to be the AWP player. Gets the kill through the smoke. The bomb doesn't even get a chance to go down. They're going to have to go back up towards the A site. It's like, what was that game? Like magical chairs or dancing? I can't remember. Musical chairs. There you go. Where you have to try and switch seats. Where they're like, oh, we're going to go down to A. Oh, we're going to go down to B. Oh, we're going to go up to A, and vice versa. Maka has that AWP. Oh, actually, no, he switched over towards an AK. Interesting. Is he going to go for this?
Apparently.
Might have a chance, but Roman, he's going to be up behind him. I don't think he's going to expect this at all.
Oh.
Before he could even drop down, he's lost his life.
I mean, economically, it's not the worst thing in the world for him to take that, or to risk that, because they're fine. They can still buy in. But still, a bit of a weird play. I suppose you want to try to keep crippling sAw's economy as much as you possibly can. And to be fair, it's not looking great. Still questionable. But it's fine. You know, they won. Team Falcon still in the lead at the very least with a 1-round advantage. sAw.
How long though? Sato's going to get dropped. Kyojen's going to be able to stay alive in that situation. Arky's going to get dropped out by Chaos, who was completely flashed in that situation. Just as well, he can't hit the shots. Roman is going to have to do something here, but the Molotov is going to be burning them out. Be able to do anything there, and it's going to be a 2 versus 5 instantaneously. We saw the classic sAw decide to play aggressive towards lobby. It didn't work out. Roman's going to be able to take down Python though. 1 kill, trying to even up the scoreboard here, but it's just so hard to be able to do this, especially when A is very much locked down.
Kind of feeling for sAw here.
Yeah, I can appreciate them trying to play aggressive, but unfortunately it just got red and absolutely denied that. The A hold is really good on Team Falcon. They've done a very good job. It's only when there's a distraction somewhere else in which they end up losing it out. Now they're still going to have to go in for this dedication. Hashi's going to be above. He's going to be the, well, the thorn in their side, unfortunately. That's probably going to end up shutting them down. He's just going to be able to get a kill, but it's going to be back up with a kill of his own, and Hadji knows exactly where this player is. He goes in for the spray, but it's going to be Kirsten. Get the final kill. 7 rounds on the board. I said this is what they needed as a bare minimum on the CT side. Now they can take it even further.
This is the thing that's kind of concerning me about sAw. I mean, they started out this half really dynamic, really cool, swapping things up a little bit, changing pace, changing points of ingress, you know, where they want to execute from. And as soon as things start to get rough, they kind of start defaulting back to their older ways. You know, lobby rush somewhat, taking a little bit of control of the outside, but not terribly much. Kio's managing to get an early pickle there onto Rome is unfortunate, but it is an anti-eco, and it's just downhill.
Eco's, funnily enough, one of sAw's strongest points, but versus Team Falcon, they're just not able to do anything because their anti-ecos are actually very strong. Side one actually over towards Overpass, where they did fall a little bit short on most of them and almost cost them the match, actually. Useless last one left alive at the moment. They don't realize where he is. Oh, he happens to turn around. He's going to be able to take down one. Even the second one can't quite do it. But managed to get one, at least, on Kios, and that was a nice revenge kill. He took 2 of them.
Well, sAw need to win the next 2 rounds if they want to have a more competitive CT side. I mean, they've already done better here than what they had on... was it Overpass where they started? No, they started defense on Nuke. Dust 2. Yeah. So, I mean, they've already done better than they had previously, but if they can string these next couple of rounds together, then at least they come into the half with a slightly better chance. And, I mean, we've seen how good their CT side can be. So to have that extra little bit of a boon, well, it could only do wonders for them. So now with them finally able to buy up again, it has been pretty back and forth in terms of how their economy has looked. It keeps jumping up and down. They keep struggling to get more cash into this. 2 rounds left. What are they going to change? How do they adapt to shut down Falcon? Because Falcon just do not allow them into any of these sites.
It's the A-hold that's really brutalized them, but out towards the outside, it's going to be Macro. The AWP goes in for the no-scope. It's not going to happen. He's going to get taken down. Kills are going to be very low HP. Backs off just in time. You're going to be trying to help him out here with the spray, but going to have to reload. Cause an issue over towards low. It's going to be Kios getting taken down. This is fantastic for the side of the T's, but no, Hadji is here for the answer. Managed to take down Roman, but before one of his teammates was taken down, unfortunately for him. Vision is going to be able to do some damage, but he is in a little bit of a trouble. He has got a teammate right next to him, but Just is going to be above that teammate. So I'm not quite sure what's going to happen here. He's going to go up the ladder just in the nick of time to get found by Just. Now Kirsten's going to be behind sight, trying to stay alive at the moment, waiting for them to potentially push him so he can try and equalize the amount of players here. Just 48 HP. As soon as he peeks over here, he should lose his head, but he's actually going to just play a little bit smart. Hadji is directly below him. Trying to find a way of being able to get him. It's going to be the push coming through and the double kill from both sides. Now there's one left. It's Mutra's turn of the hand. This is going to be a 1 versus 2. Time is ticking. 35 seconds left on the clock. He's going to have to find this frag very quickly. There's no sound cues, no extra information. Falcon can't give him absolutely anything in this situation. You have to go up this ladder and hope he finds the one shot he needs on this player. He doesn't. All he needed was 1 shot.
I was really happy with how sAw were running their mid-round adaptations on Dust 2. And here it seems to have gone the wrong way. We're back to where we were back in the group stages. And to be fair, Team Falcons, they play that round really, really well. They start out with a super aggressive push that looks like it's going to go completely the wrong way. They lose quite a few of their players there. They find themselves at a deficit. But then they start taking that control that I had kind of lauded them for previously and sAw just start to crumble and have no answer to it.
I'm just not sure what they're going to do on this front. They've gone in for the force. They're trying to do what they can. This is the final round of this half, and they're just going to get absolutely slaughtered on this front. They've got 2 players left. Never mind, it's going to be Roman, and he's going to lose his life, and that's going to be the first half over and done with 10 rounds on the board for the side of Team Falcon. Fantastic start for them. Sam, I didn't quite expect that. I thought we would have seen more rounds on the board for sAw.
I thought so as well. I mean, this was a bit of a coin flip map for these two teams. Both of them have performed exceptionally on it historically. Both of them have had it in their first pick pools for the longest time. sAw obviously have had a little bit more practice on it, but Falcon just looks so good.
Yeah, well, we're going to take a quick break after these highlights and come back into the second half and see if Falcon have what it takes to close out versus sAw, or if sAw can bring it back through. So don't go anywhere. See you in a moment. Going to be able to pick up the first headshot, going in for the second one, can't quite hit it. It's going to be Kirjan who's going to be pushing up against him. Gets a headshot of his own, but the trade-off's going to be perfect from Just. He's now going to be left on the site by himself, one player up above him. They're both going to get 2 kills. That is absolutely fantastic. They're able to close that down. 3 players left standing. Less money in the bank for Team Falcon. No bomb planted.
That makes it even worse. And the thing is, with it being obviously the pistol, there's a pretty big disadvantage for the T side, I believe. It's a somewhat telegraphed play, especially on a map like Nuke. I mean, you're going to rush through lobby. And sAw basically expecting that. And with what little util they had available to them, they slow that down so much, give themselves the space they need. So they secure themselves that first round. That's still a long way to go to close the gap.
Long way indeed. 4 rounds in total for them to be able to try and reach that equalizer, the all-important equalizer. We've seen them do it before. They may well be able to do it again. I mean, Falcon also did it in reverse over on Dust 2. sAw did it on Overpass, but weren't able to close it out and ended up losing that game. Falcon, who managed to pick up 16 rounds in total, only needed to pick up 2 rounds. Actually, on the side of actually 3 rounds. Sorry, on the side of T's, which they managed to do, but it was very much a struggle for the first part of that second half. Coming over towards Nuke, it's a whole different ball game. 2 teams pretty equal on this map, I have to say, in the way they've been playing. Switch sides.
Well, that's a shot from Narnia, and that's an outside player completely taken off the board. And Falcon are playing this crazy slow as well. Trying to get some of that information, try and get an early pick-off if they can, but they're just going to be picked off, it seems.
Well, Mitris with another one. Picked up 2 so far. He's looking in for some more, but it's going to be Roman with the MP9. Honestly, just give him the kills, or anyone with the MP9s. That's what should be favoring, or even the Famous. You get more money, obviously, for the MP9s, so building up that economy is so important for either side, but especially that CT side. So that was expected, to be honest, going into that one. Team Falcon were at such a disadvantage.
Yeah, very much so. Now Falcon, however, going to be able to get themselves some firepower to back themselves up a bit. Now, this is where things might become a bit of a struggle for sAw, because they're on somewhat of a bonus. Of course, they've bought into a couple of M4s here as well, just to try to back that up. But realistically, they are a little bit behind what Falcon have to offer, and Falcon are going to try and swap things up a little bit as well. Lots of obscurity in the outside. 3 moving towards lobby, 2 towards the outside, trying to gain some of that early map control.
He has it. He's looking to do another snake play here. Him and Python are doing a fantastic job. It's going to be Mucius with a perfect position. He's going to be able to take down one, but he didn't account for the player pushing it in towards main. But you know what? Player just was able to account for that instead. Kirjan's going to be attacked down to 4 HP. He is going to be rather lackluster in regards to HP. They're going to be pushing over towards Rampage. Players there. Matt is going to make his presence known, and Kirjan, even on 4 HP, is going to be able to get a kill, but the trade comes through. Just gets another kill with the EMP9, building up that lovely bank stack, 7.4k in the bank.
A valiant attempt there once again. 2 people send them through outside, not expecting a fairly aggressive push out though, and well, you get those 2 early pickoffs there. Falcon only have 3 players left alive to try and funnel in through lobby, and at that point, sAw have taken control of, well, every angle. So Falcon not able to come out on top of that one, and it's really rough because that's going to put them back down on Deagles, which is not awful, but it's not where you want to be. sAw, however, have historically not been great at the anti-eco, so let's see. Maybe Falcon are able to pull this one out.
Because when the headshot's coming through, you got to be a little bit worried. But that grenade, I'll take that a lot of damage. Big damage. And there should be a nice spray coming down here. It's going to be 2 frags found by Arky going in for the more. But like I said, be worried when the headshots start raining out. But unfortunately, it happened from the other side as well. Roman and sAw managed to pick up a headshot each as well. A couple of kills to their name. Just to be able to close that one out. One more round to the equalizer. Coming around very fast. But hey, still fairly early on into the second half. Round 20.
Well, I suppose this was somewhat expected, given that we're seeing sAw on their CT side, and we have said quite a few times over the course of the series that their CT side tends to be their much stronger side, all things considered. So now I'm looking to Falcon, and I want to know, how do we swap things up? They've tried full rushes through lobby. That doesn't work out. sAw use their util very well to slow that down. They've tried to push through the outside, and okay, they've done that once, and it didn't end well because of an aggressive push, but maybe you try that again, maybe with a few more reinforcements, maybe expecting that aggressive push. Maybe you come out on top of that one, force your way down through secret. What I also haven't seen is too much pressure towards ramps, which also hasn't been that heavily guarded from sAw. So there could be a point of ingress there for Falcon.
Yep. Early smokes over towards the outside. Their smokes are going to be denied though. Nothing crazy happening right off the bat. Still got plenty of time to see anything happen, but Python, instead of Kios, it's going to be him pushing through. Kios is going to get found. As I said, his name, his head is found by Mutris, and the player is going to be able to make it down into a secret. This should be accounted for. One of the CTs ideally needs to drop down now and stop that push, but Python's just going to be left to do what he wants. Arky pushing on through. Roman can have a teammate smoke it off, so that's going to leave him with a little bigger chance of being able to defend this. Just going to be sitting on top of these silos. Good opportunity for him to be able to catch them off guard if they decide to go in for a full take. Keep in mind, Python still unaccounted for. sAw is deciding to be like, okay, well, we've got some missing numbers here. Trying to equalize them up, and it's going to be Roman from above. He finds down Maka. It's only going to leave a couple players left on the side of Falcons, and another drop down is going to be coming through. He finds one. Couldn't find the second, but Roman with the information is absolutely fantastic. And the outside player, Python, came up from secret, unfortunately, to his own demise. Gojin, he's done well in the game so far, but a 1v4, that's a full arc. He's going to peek around the corner, finds the head, but tagged heavily in the process. 46 left. He's not going to cancel the play over towards main. He's going to go in for the plant, but the peek comes through. Mutris gets the kill. Another round on the board, and unfortunately, no plant from the side of Team Falcon, but they do have money to be able to buy.
Again, I like the idea that they had. I would have liked to have seen maybe an extra player heading through that outside, because realistically, I mean, Python finds himself alone towards secret, but because he doesn't have anyone with him, he has to be that much more careful. He has to be that much slower about how he approaches it. And sAw do a fantastic job there of denying a lot of information. Team Falcon at any given time don't know where sAw's players are, so they can't communicate that to Python to allow him to aggress in and create that pincer movement. Really well played.
I agree. It's going to be a massive drop down though. Oh, Maka, he's stuck. The lip, he couldn't quite get down. He's going to follow, unfortunately, to his own demise. He's not going to be able to do anything there. Kios is going to be able to get the kill. Now over towards the B site. They've planted the bomb. This is fantastic. They've finally been able to get the bomb down, get another kill as well, but Trade's going to be coming out from Arky. He's going to be in a difficult spot, has to back off, waiting to back off in this situation. Top teammates, but unfortunately, they're nowhere near. Python outside. He's going to be able to find one. No, denied. Roman gets the kill. He's going to have to see what he's going to be able to do on this. Kios is holding down on this vent position. It looks away for a split second. All it takes is that one moment. He drops away, and he peeks down. He's going to be able to get the kill. Roman is going to be dropped down into full vent. Take these as well, but Kios, he gets the kill 1v1. It doesn't matter, the bomb is going off. He gets the kills nonetheless.
There we go. Finally, Falcon finds a chink in that sAw armor, and they manage to push through it very nicely, very effectively. Bomb down, managed to even wipe out the only members of sAw that were remaining towards the end of the round there as well. So they get the team elimination on top of that. This was a really, really good round and very much needed as well, because look at that economy. I mean, yes, they were on the max loss streak at that point. But still, you know, having won that round and all the extra little credits that come with it as well, much needed here. sAw, however, still not out of the game. I mean, we've said this a few times, but this is where they do tend to shine. And I want to see how they adapt to that, right? Because now Falcon have found their first round where they get success. So how does sAw answer that? Are they going to be expecting the same play to come through? Or are they going to be expecting Falcon to try something entirely different? How do they... Seriously, shots from Narnia?
Oh, that's a shot from your own teammate. He else going to be into this one with 82 HP and a Mac 10. They haven't got that much money in the bank. They may have won that round, but they're still struggling financially. Go's going to be the first one to enter that. Molly's going to be doing extra damage to him. Just going to be doing fantastic. The spray doesn't continue on through, though. He has to hold on to those bullets. He's only got 7. He's still going to be pushing through. He doesn't care. Balls are still on this man. He's just going to be playing straight in towards this position, but unfortunately, he is completely countered. Arky, unfortunately, playing too much of a strong defense over towards the ramp. Causes him to fall back. Good shots through that angle. Does take some damage himself, but not before delivering some damage. Sado is going to be able to get the kill on it. Nice conversion. Making sure they finish that up. 2 players left on the side of Falcon. To ask if sAw was going to be able to counter them. That's a massive yes. Roman peeks around the corner, finds one. Double tapped him in the head almost. It was a head shot, and then onto just above his, well, below his left shoulder. So he's going to be able to get that one, but clean rounds.
From a round where you get your entire team eliminated to a round where you only lose 1 player. And the most devastating part of that for Falcon is the fact that they no longer have their loss streak bonus. So, economy firmly back in the drink here. Sometimes I wonder if teams do that on purpose. Concede a round, break the economy, and then just barrel through the following rounds. Probably not very smart. The kind of strat I would come up with, which says a lot. But there you go, sAw back in this and maintaining their stronghold.
Yeah, it's definitely not a strat I think the players would want to do, but considering we're both bots, probably makes sense. But hey, Arky over towards ramp. His teammate looking to hold on to this. These players have, they have no more pretty much. They have 1 smoke, but it doesn't matter. Python's going to be able to get the open. Sado is going to have to back off. Smoke going to be going down. He's in a dangerous position, so he's going to have to find these early frags. They're not pushing down, though. They're just like, okay, cool, we're going to fall back. But just look at this angle. He's in a perfect position to be able to counter them as long as he doesn't lose his cool. He has to hold this. He doesn't realize they're right there, though. But the information should be out is that they're either going hell or they're coming back through radio room. It's interesting. 100% sure what they're deciding to do here. They're all going now towards outside. Keep in mind, 3 players on either side. This gives advantage over towards Falcon. Never mind. Sado's read this perfectly. He's gone through secret. He's going to be meeting them head on, but he hasn't spotted them. He's looking outside. He might get caught off guard. He has to look off towards his left, but I don't know if he's going to do it in time. Get off there!
Oh,
look!
no, they're right there!
I think it's because he doesn't have a big enough FOV. I think he's got, yeah, I think he's going to turn down, and that's why you don't do that, noobs. All right? Roman, though, is going to be peeking onto them. He's going to do a lot of damage, but he has to back off. They're going to be pushing him as well. They want to make sure they get the kill, but he's going to be going and watching them coming through double doors. He gets 1 kill, going in for the damage. He's going to find a second one, looking for the third, but just... he's going to be able to find those last 2.
You know what? It was an information play. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. You know, if he doesn't see them pushing into main, then and he dies from left, well then he knows that's where they are, and he can feed that information across, and sAw are able to clean it up. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I got your back, buddy. I know you didn't whiff that. It's all good. But sAw get themselves yet another lead and yet another aggressive play here. Whew.
Very aggressive, but nothing has really been achieved by either side. Python that's actually going to be pushing, but Roman, he gets some double kills and Python as well, but actually he's going to be able to get a kill. Nice trade-off, but unfortunately a little bit too late. But Kiazo is going to be able to push outside, gets Mutez. The shots missed from the AWP player as well. The quick one-taps. This is a player who has the skill to be pushing up the levels. He's going to take down 2. Just is going to be the last one left alive, but he's like, hey, I could do it too, but with an AWP in my hands. Arky's going to be able to find 2 fantastic kills, follows it up with a 3rd, and honestly, Justice just been on fire this whole series. And you know what? Roman, he's come back into this final game alive.
Anything you can do, I can do better. Kyojin with a nice little 3k there, but it's immediately traded back. And we've mentioned a few times how he has been such a standout performer for the squad. And Python, I mean, this is the second map where he's had a really, really quiet game. And I must say, I feel like that definitely factors in a little bit. But sAw have done well to shut him down. They know that he's a problem child. Now they just need to deal with Kyojin.
Completely agree. I mean, that kill is going to be fairly harsh. Arky hasn't really been doing too much for his team, though. Roman, he's going to be down here looking for these players, waiting for them to push on, but Mac is right up behind him. He's going to catch him off guard, goes in for the spray, misses first of all, but, you know, pulls it back, gets the kill, picks up a rifle for his trouble. Upgrades from the Galil. And this should be a plant and a save coming in from sAw, but I just don't think you can go for this at this point. You have to realize and cut off your losses, go towards CT, let anyone push you if you want to, but 5 stack. And that was just so well executed, actually, from Falcon. And that was just back-to-back rounds from sAw, where they were just proving how dominant they could be on the CT side.
And it's really important for Falcons to keep themselves in this. It is a bit rough that they keep it scrappy, but what's important is that they don't lose any players in this round. Because yes, if they lose the next, they lose their loss streak bonus, but the fact that they shouldn't need to buy too much into the next round will at least help in that department a little bit here. So staying alive here, incredibly important on top of the round win. They only get the 2 kills, so there's only a little bit of extra credits for that. But hey, you take it. You take it in your stride and you try and pivot off of it. And it's definitely doable. But sAw, they have been looking pretty flush with their cash. However, 1 more round loss here and they could be somewhat broken in the econ. And that would be the perfect opportunity for Falcon to pounce. Because then they're 2 rounds away from match point. So Falcons have they've timed their resurgence very well. Probably not on purpose, but hey, if it works out, it works out.
I have to completely agree. I mean, sAw only get, what was it, $1,900 after this round. So that is just going to be super harsh. They're not going to be able to go in for a proper buy, well, a buy into the next round if they do lose this. Utris is playing a slightly different position. Roman playing a little bit of a risky one as usual. And likes playing a little bit aggressively. If you didn't see it last night, we had a bit of an interview with him where he answered a couple of our questions after he beat, well, they beat, sorry, Entropic. A little bit of a surprise turnaround, but talking about turnarounds, we're going to see Maka and Hashi take down 2 of the players over towards the A site. That is an execution if I've seen one. But even once again, just 3 players wondering what they're going to be able to do in this situation to try and bring it back. And the answer is, honestly, not a lot. Sadado is already over towards CT, just like, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for the next round. And that's going to take it to Equalizer. That's going to be a pretty good going for them.
Yeah. Falcons starting to look a lot better here. It's taken them a little while to get a good read into sAw's CT side, which is a little unfortunate. But they've finally done it, and better late than never. So now they've been able to answer back to this defensive setup here. sAw, of course, just going to hold on to the weapons they have, because as we mentioned, I mean, oof, Justice on 0, Roman's on 50. It's going to be a rough buy into the next round, so if you can come in with as much as you can, and Falcon not looking to let this happen. They're hunting this down. Now, this could be cool for sAw if they can get a couple of exit picks here.
They're doing a run boost. They should work perfectly. Flash is going to be coming through, but they missed the shot. But lucky for Arky, he's going to be able to find 1, maybe even 2, but he's going to get found instead if he's not careful, but he's going to be able to pick 1 up and survives by the skin of his teeth. I'm not even quite sure how that happened, but Falcon, I love you for that. That run boost, that flash, almost on point, but unfortunately lose 2 players. They could afford that. They had to take the risk.
Would have been fun if they'd actually been able to shut that down, but sAw still going to be in this, at least for now. Because so I mentioned how important that previous round was, and it was a momentum shifting round, it was a pivotal round. sAw managed to hold on to some of their guns, so they have a little bit of a stay of execution here. But it's not quite enough. Falcon, on paper, should come out on top of this round. Now, that's not to say that it will happen. Of course, we have seen sAw come back from far worse situations than just, you know, having 1 less M4 than what they would like to have had. But if Falcon can win this one, then they completely decimate sAw's economy, and they're 1 round away from match point. This This is the tide turner.
Yep. Oh, sAw had to hit that shot, and he's done exactly what he needed to. Took out Maka, who, you know what, he's been a effective player in this half, but actually he's going to lose his head to the MP9 and have some of his own treatment onto him. Keel's going to be dropping down Arky. Going to hold this site. The rest of his teammates going to be joining him, but Roman, he's going to get dropped down, and Molotovs are going through. At the moment, Arky is the clinch player, but unfortunately he's going to be swinging far too wide. Come on, lad. Unfortunately, that's going to be a difficult situation. The door was not opened in time. sAw missed that floor position. But he gets the kill anyway, because Python was playing way too aggressive, but it's going to be a 2 versus 2 situation. This round is so crucial. Just sAw has to bring this out, and that was fantastic. Use the smoke as bait. Gets the frag. The bomb still on the player. Kyojin has to sneak all the way over, stay alive, and somehow make his way up towards the A site. I think that's one of his main objectives, unless he can drop down. Because they played so fast, there's still 40 seconds left on the clock. Time is ticking, and I don't think they know exactly where he is. You can find 1 kill. That might just equalize it up for him to be able to do something within this, but they're going to be pushing through this window. He catches them off guard. The quick tap on towards the head, but he doesn't see this happening. 2 players coming in from the same position. The round lead goes back in favor of sAw as they clinched around. They badly needed.
That was a weird one for me, because the start of the round is Falcon just kind of feeding into the same thing that they've done round after round. One goes through outside, gets taken out. One tries to push through lobby, gets taken out by the guy on the boosted up. And it's so telegraphed from sAw. Like, you know that's where they're going to be. Okay, the rest of the team is pushing in through ramp, which is a little bit unexpected. Well, maybe not unexpected, but it's not something that they've done terribly often. So they're trying to pivot off of that, but I don't know, it just doesn't work out, unfortunately. I will say that it was a little bit of a misplay there, and it's tough. You don't know for certain that those last 2 players are going to be with each other. You don't know that they're going to swing at the same time. You just don't have that information. You've got to go for it when the time is ticking down, and it does. It completely backfires. Now, that round was still very expensive for sAw, but again, they're still able to come into this pretty much fine. Falcon as well still have a full buy here, but both of them basically on the knife's edge. Oof. This next round, every round here is so important now.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing execution outside, flashing smokes, everything, and Chaos is looking for the first frag. He's going to be able to pick it up onto Roman, but the counter onto Mitra is going to be a nice trade-off, but not good enough. Just going to be above Squeaky at the moment, above Hut, just sitting up there in that usual position. Arky, he sat in this position before he sprang out far too early, but sAw is going to be in a pole position. He's going to be able to pick up 1. Arky's low, he's giving away his position. Flash is going to be going out, he's going to be swinging around, but doesn't see it. sAw is going to have to try and pick up another one. Mac is going to be down to 38 HP, has been clipped. Haji looking for this player, spots out the gun barrel through this vent. He's going for the spray. The information is there, and he loses the fight. How unfortunate. 1 player left. It's going to be Maka to try and clutch us out. 38 HP. He has the bomb, but he has no HP left. As unfortunately for him, his head is found, and well, he was killed out on that front. So, serious point. Interesting.
I wasn't sure this is where we'd find ourselves here, but I said this at the end of Dust 2. Towards the end, and I feel like it needs saying again. Well done, sAw. Last time they came against this team, it was an absolute hiding, and they have done so well here. Let's see if they can bring it home. Falcon's still in this. Nice little HE is going to do a ton of damage here. Start to bring things back in favor of sAw again. A nice aggressive push into the outside, but Mutras, if you get caught out here, that could be disastrous.
Is you kind of need these kind of plays. It's worked for them in the past. He's in a perfect position to catch one of them off guard. He's going to be able to take down Kiaz, rather, and that is going to be absolutely frustrating. Maka knows exactly where this player is. He's going to be swinging out, looking in for this rank. He has to get the opportunity, but the flash comes out.
The flash!
The swing! And that is going to be 1 and done as Maka is out. Persian Badgers, they're going to be pushing over here. Oh, they catch sAw off guard, now pushing down towards around. Would like to be opposition, but Haji pushes down towards Hut. Sorry, what am I talking about? Hell. And then now he's going to be pushing on through. Long day, all right, guys. But anyway, he's going to be in a good position to try and counter them. Roman's going to be able to back him up. They're going to be up towards heaven, 2 of them anyway. Some information is given out. like Justice trying to play a little bit sneakily. Now they're going to be dropping down, going down towards A. Come on, you can't be doing this to me. You had a massive advantage, sAw, and now it is going in the opposition. Come on, Roman, you can get down the ladder. I know it's a little bit hard, but hey.
Hey, ladders are hard, man.
I think he's going to go in for the blind. Oh. Roman takes down one. Second one can't happen, though. Kirjin's going to be shutting it down. This play is absolutely fantastic, but it's going to be Just. He takes down one. 1v1. Flash doesn't do anything. We're going to go to the penultimate round, potentially overtime, if Team Falcon win this.
It wasn't enough to clutch it out. And we spoke about the knife's edge economically. And look at where sAw is sitting at this point. Oh, that's not ideal. I mean, Falcon either, to be perfectly honest. They're definitely going to have the superior buy between these two teams. And, well, I called it. Looks like we're probably going to be going into OT here. Unless sAw can mount one of their insanely good... I say good. Insanely unprecedented eco rounds and somehow close this out. And if you know what, if they close this out on an eco round, it would just be so typically sAw. It would be so on brand.
Well, forced by. It's not quite an eco, but
yeah,
you know, it's one of those rounds. Like say an off round, it would be so sAw. I definitely agree on that. And I just want to mention to anyone in the chat who don't really know too much about these teams, just keep in mind, like, the last matches they played against each other, sAw got absolutely slapped by Falcons. Mm-hmm. It was Nuke, 8-16 to Falcons. And then also Dust 2, 9-16, which sAw actually won the Dust 2 game. They lost Overpass, which was a very questionable pick by sAw, but hey, it was a very interesting game. And we come through towards Nuke, and it really just seemed like sAw have just woken up, and they've really given us a much better display of progression and skill than we've seen from them in previous games. They said to us yesterday in the interview that they know that today is going to be a hard one, but they really want to come back into this one and show how much they've improved. Their team lineup that's been been together for 2 years. They've really got to prove themselves now or never, to be honest.
All right, pause is finally done and dusted, and it was. I'm not sure who called it, but I feel like either of these two teams could have been the perpetrator. Maybe sAw, because they know they're on a really, well, can't really call it a low buy, it's a force. Like you said a little earlier. And Falcon still have the advantage, but going for the same plays they've done every single round.
Oh, it's just going to be absolutely brutal back and forth, but it's going to be 2 players left. How did this turn out, Kioz?
No
Actually, they managed to get a kill, but it's not going to be enough. Maka and Python's going to have to do what they can, but they've got a Khalil each all in their hands. Justice picked up an AK for his trouble. This is absolutely fantastic for the side of sAw. They're going to be pushing down the vents. They're going to take a lot of damage. They survived. They've got the bomb. They're going down towards the B. Slight upgrades are happening for the side of the CTs. Down over towards this side. We've got that Addo coming in. No, it's Arky, sorry, with the scout. Completely miscalled that. But Mako is going to be pushing up, looking to take down this player, misses the shot. So he gets tagged. What's going on? How do you let this happen? And we see sAw win the series at the very last moment. They couldn't afford anything else, and somehow Maka, what happened in that last moment?
On brand! That's all I'm saying. It's so on brand for sAw.